Gotta make sure to unmute my mic. I'm using I'm using the index again. My hands are free. I am no longer tied down by the BC face thing, which I was using for Resident Evil 8 Village because it was fucking with the VR chat at the same time. So, how's my mic? I'm always worried because like my standing mic is loud, and then I'm always with the way I have my Oh, hi, Cheesy. With the way I have my index set above my head, of course, I'm always worried about the mic on the index being too loud. Okay, good, very good. Okay, so first order of business here. I'm gonna be talking about my Seattle trip first and showing lots of pictures and stuff, and things I picked up. I unfortunately, like I originally kind of went over there. So it was actually I went over there for a belated Mother's Day thing. I went to go up there to see my mom on Mother's Day. That didn't happen. I was kind of like out of money and stuff at the time. So she's like, "Hey, just come up, whenever you got like monies and stuff." So I went up there to visit her, and it was nice. And then I just like tried to hit as many places in like the International District and in like Pike Place area as much as possible. So I'm going to show you guys those. Sadly, so I actually went to Pink Gorilla too, which is a game store around that area, and sadly they were completely wiped out of the Monster Hunter Builder figures. So I didn't really pick up anything there. I can show you guys some pictures though. So let me get. I'm gonna be pretty much dragging a bunch of stuff into XSplit here and talking about them. So let me get that situated here. Um, let's see. How can I do this? So I went to, yeah, it was wiped out. I guess I should have expected figurines to be wiped out. Everything is fucking wiped out. Pokemon cards, scalp to hell. I wouldn't be surprised if the fucking like the I don't know what series it was for, like which volume it would have been, because I don't think they put out Rise figurines yet. But those got the fucking the previous versions ones are all wiped out. And they even there's a Japanese supermarket, a huge one, right near there. And I was told that they would have they might have had those too, but I'll show you in a minute. It was okay. The situation with Seattle after the lockdown was really weird because like you had long lines and stuff at businesses, but like otherwise the streets, except when I got close to like the Pike Place area, the streets were pretty dead. Businesses were fucking crammed though. So it was just kind of weird. Seattle's kind of like I haven't been to New York, but from what I've seen of like maybe like New York City and some of the other surrounding cities, Seattle's somewhat similar in very many ways, like especially during like the like Christmas and stuff like that. It's very similar in terms of like what they have and like the crowds and stuff. So let me pull in. I can pull in some random pictures here. Let me. This is gonna be messy. Okay, so I'll just drag in a bunch here so I can talk about them all at once. So I went to the International District in Seattle, which has a lot of cool stuff here. Uh, yeah, I can just drag a bunch of stuff in. Okay. Let's see what I can. Okay, so I'll talk about these. Oh, hi Super and Bran, how you guys doing? Actually, let me bring in the random the goblin too. I actually did not. So Seattle is known for a lot of fucking graffiti. Like even so, I usually bus there. If I got family or something, they can give me a ride. But I usually prefer to bus and everything. But so they have the International District. You can just bus straight up to it. Pretty much, there's an express bus that goes to it. So it's like Chinatown, but they have a lot of Japanese shops as well. So you can find a lot of stuff there. So they have these like little gates in the middle of the cities, and like they'll have like the street signs in Chinese, or Cantonese, well, whichever one. That Cantonese is spoken language, so just Chinese. And then on the little like telephone poles or these poles here, whatever you call them, they have these dragons. Here, let me see if I can. This is going to be a messy process. I don't know how you handle this in XSplit gracefully. Let me see if I can blow these up here. Yeah, they have these like really cool statues of dragons that are like wrapped around the poles here. And then they had like let me move Goblin out of the way right in front of me. Yeah, they have like red and green ones. It's really cool. So I usually take a photo. I like how when I took the photo of I was like just crossing a street when I was taking a photo of the red one, but like I accidentally like took a picture of like also there's a woman down there, you know, she's taking a picture of her boba tea, which they have a lot of boba tea shops down there too that are really great. So I happened to grab that and like the dragon one right here as well. That's pretty cool. Um that's a Bartell Drugs is a drugstore that we have randomly around. Oh yeah, I love boba. I made sure to pick some up when I went there. I did not take a lot of pictures of Seattle uh, street art, and like I was walking by this one. It was a goblin, so why not? I took a picture of goblin face. I should have took a picture. Right next to it was like this really cool looking tiger as well, and I don't know. I didn't take enough pictures of that because I was just like trying to move on as quickly as possible, trying to hit as many spots within the day as I could here. So let me drag in some more pictures. So first place I stopped at was Pink Gorilla. And there's two locations in Seattle. There's one in International District and one in did I not put the fucking actual like give me a second here. Thought I had the side of it that shows the signs. All right, I'll have to look at my pictures real quick. The one in the International District is like located within this little center that has shops in it. Let me see here. I thought I had it. Watch it. I didn't even fucking drag it over. Oh well, I'll have to show it later, I guess. Let me see here. Go back to my stream folder. Thought I had it. I'm probably like. Let's see. Oh, here it is. God, I'm blind. Very, very blind here. So let me drag in some pictures here. Here's the International District one. I can drag in a few pictures. We got our Yoshis. This random stuff here. I'll talk about them in a minute. There was a lot of stuff here. This one's a very small shop as well. Just put that over here. Blow this one up a little bit here. So yes, they carry. So there's two locations. This one's in the International District. They're very small. I don't know about the one in the University District of Seattle. But this one has like you can see like has a bunch of plushies and like old game systems and stuff. On they're like little side window thing, and then you walk in, and then there's like this wall of plushies. They have like Nintendo plushies and stuff. And I saw like just like randomly in all the Nintendo plushies they had Nemesis. I should have picked it up, but I didn't. I was like kind of I was trying to conserve money at the time, but they had Nemesis randomly from Resident Evil 3 in there, which is pretty great. And then this is a shop that also carries a bunch of import games as well. So let me pull those in. Where is the wall of games? There's some games I saw that were painful because of the prices, so I'll probably show those as well. So they had a lot of like Japanese games. So you can see, and they're all like really cheaply priced too. Of course, that's like expected with the Japanese game market. Japanese versions of like old retro games are very cheap to get a hold of, except like very specific ones, but they're very cheaply priced compared to like the American ones. So you have a bunch of like N64 games here. And then let's see. Need to organize this better. I think these were PS1 games. If you guys see anything you recognize, let me know. Let me get rid of this one here. Let's see. Star Ocean? Okay, Star Ocean Second Story. I can't quite read what some of these are here. I just took a very quick picture, but a lot of these are like Japanese imports as well. Um, let's see. And then they had like I don't think I took a picture of it, but they had this like, oh, here it is. They had this like little wall with like the SNES games. And you can also play Street Fighter if you wanted to. I think this is the second one or third one. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, you can play. Oh, okay, that's on the. I think that's on the Sega Genesis or something like that. And you could play it if you wanted to. And then they got like you could see a lot of the SNES games there. It's super cheap. I think a lot of those. There's some English ones in there, but a lot of them were also Japanese, and they were cheap, pretty cheap, of course. Um, and then I'm going to show you two things I saw in the case. Oh, actually, one thing that hurt my soul because I know what it was priced at, like, I would say only a few years ago. And this is like the kind of shit that I've been seeing with the stuff, like, say, certain games on eBay and stuff. Einhander is a very beloved game to me. It has an amazing soundtrack and everything. If you guys have played it, it's a really cool shoot 'em up. Has an amazing soundtrack and everything. Yeah, $220 now. I regret not picking it up even at the last I had seen it, it was $80, and I think that was just with the disc. Didn't even have the case or anything. And this one is like $220. It's fucking insane. Let's see. Last time I went to a local game shop, it shut down a month later. Oh yeah, I mean that could be for a number of reasons. A lot. I noticed a lot of places end up shutting down because it's just the rent. Whoever owns the building or whoever they're renting the building from, and this is the same case with a lot of like say shops in the malls and stuff like that too. Just the rent is fucking ridiculous to keep a lot of these shops going, and if they're not making enough, then they can't stay. It's just very sad. Let's see. The other thing I saw in this case was I think it was Japanese. There is Japanese Castlevania 64. What was this going? Okay, yeah, that's just $10. Yeah, they had I don't know why that was in the case if it's that cheap. I don't know. I mean, that one in particular isn't really well liked, I don't think. Well, a lot of the 3D Castlevanias aren't, but yeah, that one's in the case. Let's see. They have I can kind of see what they have behind there. They have like Psychonauts back there for like $40. I don't know what the one that's next to it is. Let's see, WrestleMania. And then No More Heroes. So this Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest they have down there. So yeah, just a bunch of random stuff that was in the shop. So it was pretty neat. Didn't really pick up anything from there. I was mainly there for the Monster Hunter Builder things, which they were completely out of. So I think the next place, actually, since they told me that the Monster Hunter figures might be at the Japanese Superstore, I headed over there. I think I have like one picture of that place, which I didn't really like. We kind of managed to go get inside through the food court. They have like different entrances and stuff, but there's a huge Japanese supermarket where you can get a lot of cool stuff. They even have a really cool gift section that also has like game stuff too. Same with the bookstore. They have a bookstore called Kinokuniya, which I used to visit a lot because you can get a lot of imports from Japan. Like if you wanted, let's say you wanted concept art books for games or anime shows or anything like that, you normally have to like order off of PlayAsia. You can go there and get them. You can get doujinshi of stuff, which is one reason I think. So whenever I've actually went into the bookstore before, they don't allow any photos, and I've kind of gotten in trouble before doing that. But I think actually, I don't know what their official reason is, but normally the reason some of those places do that is because they carry doujinshi, and sometimes doujinshi gets around copyright of like official characters, and there might be like it's possible they had hentai doujinshi in there, and that's why they may not want people to take photos. Not quite sure, but I was told that was one of the reasons before for some of these bookstores. So, yeah, they don't want anyone to kind of know. I think it's just if you find it, that's fine. But yeah, but you can probably see off to the side here. There's a line. Uh, so that line is just part of the line. The line went all the way inside just to be able to shop in the store, and it was fucking ridiculous. And there's like no way I could have gotten in there. So. uh, but yeah, hey, if you ever looking for doujinshi, I might be able to look for you some. If you don't never want to like the only thing with I do have doujinshi from like Resident Evil, not hentai doujinshi, but I have some like fan doujinshi stuff that are really great, but I ended up having to buy them from I think a Canadian friend of mine, because normally if you want doujinshi, you either have to go through eBay or the actual Japanese artists themselves and buy them, and that's not an easy process if you're out of country. So places like these can be really useful for getting books like that are normally not easy to get, like for Americans or Canadians or wherever you're at. So these are interesting to go through. So that was that idea didn't work out. It was way too crowded, which a lot of shops around there were. It's post lockdown. Everyone's sort of like coming back. The weather's really nice, so everyone's like crowding to the stores on the same day. There could be some cool dojins that aren't boobas. Yeah, there's plenty. There are plenty of just really fucking cool. Like I have a few that where people just basically write like manga stuff of characters from games, things like that. So I have some of like Resident Evil that are really cool that aren't just like booba stuff. Okay. And then I guess the next place I headed to was I was very curious. I have some videos too as a way, so I need to make sure I don't forget those when I get to them. There is a arcade in Seattle that has like it's got a bar, it has like a little grill place on top and everything. It's got like an esports area, I guess. If you want to go to an arcade to play esports on computer, I don't know why you would do that. People do that, I guess, if they don't have their own like gamer computer. But people do that. Yeah, let me get more photos. I have a video of the place too when I can get it. Let me look through my folder here. Let's see. Here's like the top of it, but I do have a video too. So you walk in this place. Actually, they had you go around the other side because I don't know, they had like quarantine measures or something like that. Oh, hi Masamune. Also hi Lamby. How you doing? Looking for an audience? Yeah. I about the esports shit, like or places that market only. You don't want to market yourself or make yourself a shop only for people who play like esports or games on computer, because it doesn't always work out. There have been shops at the mall that I go to. There was one that marketed itself as like, oh, hey, you can go in here and use our computers and playing our monitors and things like that. Just didn't last very long. And of course, like the rent for the mall is ridiculous, so a lot of shops don't last anyways. But if you can't get enough customers for that, you're not gonna last. And a lot of people, especially like lockdown now, are gonna have like they have their own gamer computers and stuff. Everyone has internet. Like why would you go to a mall to do that? I would go to an arcade in a mall, like to, for the novelty of playing arcade games and stuff. But I wouldn't go to a mall to play on a computer. I can just fucking do that at home, if I have decent internet. So, just didn't last very long. Let me just make sure I don't have any pictures because I have a video for this place to kind of give you an idea. But basically, you would walk in here and they have a restaurant downstairs, and then as you go through the restaurant it goes into the arcade, and then there's like the ticket counter and like where you get cards inside. So what they do for this arcade is they have these little these little like cards of credit that you can get, and you can like basically load them up with arcade credits or something like that, and you can just put your money on your card, and then when you go to the arcade machines you slide the card on their little card readers and stuff. Let's see. I've seen esports in person stuff at least once. I know in some countries, internet cafes for competitive gaming are extremely popular. Outside of America, I think, especially people who are like have to travel long distance, maybe, and or are always working. Like internet cafes are popular in like Eastern countries, and it's just part of like the culture to always be traveling or always be like a ways outside the house. That's why like mobile games are really popular, handheld games. Um, so that's why it works for them, and that's why like maybe stuff like internet cafes probably work too, especially when they're like traveling and they also have. I mean, those are the same places that have the fucking like pod hotels that you can rent for a night for like $20 when you're like way out this city working or whatever, and you can't make it home. It's like way too late. They had those. So I mean, they have little stuff that you can hit up while you're out working and everything like that. Let's see, Dave and Buster's. A lot of places do that card thing. Yeah, it makes sense that nowadays. Like, why have carry change around and stuff? Um, so this second photo here, let me kind of pull it out a little bit here. I can get rid of this one over here. This is the top floor. I'll show you the video in a second of going in there. This is the top floor. It's kind of hard to see, but they had this like car that's sticking out for like a decoration, whatever, and it's like lit up. You have all these like little tables on the side of the railing, and there's like tons of arcade machines upstairs. And then if you look across the way in the back, there's like a bar and a grill also there, and then like next to it there's some sort of like different, they have like three different like restaurants or something. The other one is like, it might be some sort of like pizza shop with a fire with like an oven, like a flame cooked pizza, because you can see the flame from back there and stuff. Really fancy, like arcade and everything. So let me pull in the video here. It was like super loud. I didn't expect that many people to be there, but the weather, like I said, weather was nice. Everyone's starting to come out, and crowd out to places. So let me pull in. Oh, before I show that too, uh, there is this little place here. This is gonna seem like nothing, but so there upstairs, there's a bunch of arcade machines, and all of a sudden, this corner, there's like this glassed area. It looked like a fucking quarantine zone. I don't know what the fuck they had it for, but it's like this like there was a gamer chair, but it's like it had like a sliding door and stuff. It looks like and it was all like glassed off. So it's like is this a quarantine area? Is it gay baby jail? For someone being bad or something. I don't know. I don't really know what that was used for. It looked like, a holding cell for somebody. Interview room? Maybe. Let me see, there's a spots in theaters for kids' birthdays. Yeah, it might be soundproof too. It could be like a little rest area. I'm not sure. All right, let's see if I can find this video here. Uh, let's see. Where are my videos? Did I not fucking pull it in? I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't hear. Give me 1 second. I thought I fucking had it. Be kind of disappointed if I need to organize my shit better. Okay, it's probably in my pictures folder. Give me 1 second here. Hopefully I saved it. Is this it? Here, let me see what this is. Oh yeah, it's like rotate. Thank you, XSplit. You can kind of hear how loud it is. You just like walk in and XSplit, please replay. There we go. Oh, hi, Steel. Teal. Teal. I can't. However you pronounce it. But yeah, it was. Yeah, that doesn't really illustrate how busy it was, but it was just like walking in. You just see that stuff and everything. Gamer jail is mandatory. Yeah. I'd say you live in rural northern Louisiana, really. go to places like this. Sadly, last time I went to a big city was Dallas for a convention. I mean, big cities. It would. I mean, just busing up to Seattle, it can be fucking pricey. And if I wanted to actually train to Seattle, I have to be like up at like 7 a.m. in the morning because normally people who use the trains, like where I live, to go to Seattle are people who are actually working. And like one thing they tend to do is like they'll live in the city that I'm in or live outside Seattle because of how expensive it is, and then work in Seattle because they get the higher pay. And that's how I don't know, they live their life. I don't know how people can do that, but hey, it's a living. If they make more money that way, it works out. Let's see if I can show some of the things. Of course, I did like when I went into the arcade. Oh, here's a picture here. Here's like the entrance here, where you walk in. They of course had the hand sanitizer and the masks. Everyone was wearing masks, which is great. And they had there was this little like did some weird giant Space Invaders machine that some kids were playing as well. They had a bunch of different games here, all your classic games, and of course the game that I always like playing, old school for me, is like skee ball. So I took a video of that. I took a video of me playing skee ball, and then I found a crane machine with cats, so I'll have to show you in a minute. That I did post on my Twitter. You like skee ball? Yeah, skee ball is like just an old. I like skee ball and like the little hockey table thing and everything. Also, hi Skeletoxin, how you doing? Yeah, let me get my dumb videos out here. Where's the skee ball one that I had? One second here. Oh, is this it? Yeah, this is probably it. Although XSplit's probably gonna make it all. Yeah, give me one second here. I don't know why XSplit like puts it in. I like the way these are lit up though. The sad thing about this is that I actually got, if you wait a second, I actually got the 10,000 that's in the corner there, but it happened after the game was done. So yeah, that the whole arcade has this like really cool neon lighting in it. So, and then it stops, and then like as soon as it stops, I still had extra balls, and then I end up getting the 10,000. Unfortunately, it happened when the game was done, so no, no tickets. Ah! Actually, so with this, since it uses card, you sadly, well, okay, so the funny thing is they do have games here where you can get the paper tickets. Like you can the claw machines where you can like grab rolls of paper tickets, but most of the machines you don't have tickets spewing out, which is, I don't know, something I like from childhood. It's one thing I kind of miss, but it just puts the tickets on the card that you use to slide for credits and stuff like that. You always get giddy when you see Sega racing games and arcade games. That and Soul Calibur 2. Yeah, those were definitely are. There's ton racing games. Speaking of which, they had let's see, what about a blacklight skee ball though? Like the room is pitch black, but the balls and all highlights on the rapid goals and stuff are fluorescent. That would be fucking awesome. I haven't seen an arcade like that though. Maybe at like it I'm sure there are dance clubs that are set up like that might have arcade machines too. That would be cool if they were like set up to where you could use a black light and everything was fluorescent. That'd be really cool. There's got to be, there's got to be like a place that has like a pool table at least that's like that, you would think. How you doing, Icebreak? You want to see you play the coin game? Oh, I have played the coin game, but I have not checked it out since. So I played the coin game when it came out, but I haven't checked any of the updates yet. And oh my god, I got so fucking, that coin pushing game, like one of the, it's like one that the coin pushing games where they push the tickets or something. I got so fucking addicted to that. Like there was one day I really just I wasted a few hours. I wasted like many hours of my life just playing that because I was like, fuck life. I'm going to play coin game. And that's what I did. I was just enjoying myself playing that. And of course, when you go to the actual arcades, it's not as fun. but you can enjoy it in the coin game without wasting money. So, where let's see, what the fuck else? Oh yeah. Speaking of this is going to be embarrassing. But okay, so you guys have probably maybe have shown pictures of me wearing the actual mask that I tend to wear. So I have an Oni mask and it makes me look like a fucking psycho. But let's see, there's an indoor blacklight mini golf place like 30 minutes from me. God, that sounds fucking fun. That makes me miss like I haven't played them all, but the laser tag machine or like laser tag areas too that also I think have black lights and fluorescent stuff going on, which are really cool as well. I've seen some pretty cool laser tag arenas as well, but I have not been to any in like years. Would be fun to do that again. So speaking of racing games, they had Mario Kart 8 DX or something like that. I think that's which one. And so I went to go play that first after the skee ball and everything. And this one, I don't know if was it on the Wii U? I think. Anyways, the machine when you go and get on the machine and stuff, it has like the wheel and the car and everything. It actually when you go to select the player, it takes a picture of your face and it puts it like under. So I selected let me show you this dumb picture. I'm gonna look like a fucking psycho on this because I'm wearing my Oni mask. So I usually pick Yoshi. um and then it takes a picture of your face. So I was playing versus with like with someone else, and then it takes a picture of your face so that when you're playing with someone else, they'll show that picture like kind of on the screen when you're racing next to them. So this is the one. So you can select like a hat to put on you, and then I'm wearing my Oni mask, so I look like a fucking maniac. I just like put my eyes open, like yeah, just fucking. I'm just gonna vibe with it. So. uh, but yeah, that was fun. Looks like a Hanya specific. It is a Hanya mask. I love that one. Let's see, Mario Kart. I played it at a Dave and Buster's like 5+ years ago. Was a totally unique arcade version, so no clue about that. Oh, huh. Let's see. Yeah. So it's just a Hanya. Um, Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the crane machine. Like there's a lot of like there's like those basketball machines they have where you have to try and like shoot the basketballs in the hoop as quickly as possible. End up playing that. A lot of shooting games like there's Time Crisis 4. There was this dumb Nerf gun shooting game which was as stupid as it looked. There of course they had like the thing where you shoot the physical clowns, so you throw balls at them. That didn't go anywhere. Where is oh yeah, they had so upstairs. Yeah, I don't normally fuck around with crane machines too often, but they had this machine that was just full of kitties, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try and get one. I was like, I love cats. I need the cats. So let me show you the video. I posted on my Twitter too, but it was pretty fun. Let's see if I can find that one. The only that was like the only prize I walked away from with this arcade here. Oh yeah, here. See, you're gonna see a middle-aged woman to get excited about. Oh shit! Of course it's gonna. Give me 1 second here. I have to turn it around. There we go. You're gonna see a middle-aged woman get excited over a fucking cat plush and a crane machine. I was more excited about catching it. Oh god damn it. Let me get this fucking spam by out of the way here. Is it not gonna a second here. There we go. Sorry about that. There you go. I guess it's just exciting to actually just get something in the claw when you play it, so. Yes, I have the little cat now. That was fun. But yeah, that's all I did there, pretty much. I haven't even checked the amount of tickets we have. We've been going there for quite a like here and there, like few years. We don't go there that often, but I'm sure we have a lot of tickets saved up on the little like slidey card that we have. So maybe someday I'll actually check the tickets and we'll be able to get something cool from that. Yeah, to stop playing crane games because they're very addictive. Yeah. The little kitties? Um they're just they do not. They're just it's just like a Chinese plush. That's all it is. But you know what? The face is cute. So it works. um let's see. Where did I go? Okay, so next place I ended up going to, which was like so you can actually when you start out in like King Street Station in the International District, which is where the multi-county bus stops at, um you can get off there and you could technically do hit all of these spots in like a 30-minute walk. So like or maybe more than that, probably like a 40-minute walk, but you can stop at the different places as you go. So I was all on foot while I was going through all these places, and honestly it's probably better that way, so you don't have to deal with the Seattle traffic and everything. You're better off just taking a bus or be on foot, honestly, and just walking the whole way. So there is a very popular and well-known market. Let's see. You want a giant Luna from Sailor Moon plush on Toreba? What the fuck is that Toreba thing I keep seeing people post? Like, I swear, Neri. If you guys know Neri, Neri loves like he's been posting videos of that, and like the only thing I understand about it is like, so is it virtual or like how does that work? The only thing I understand is like, are you remotely controlling a machine that like grabs balls or something? And then like, I don't, if you guys can like help me understand that, I might like get into it or something because I love like, oh, it's remote control. Oh man, no wonder that's addictive. Crane games in Japan, it grabs the plush and sends it to you. Oh, that's got to be fun. There's a website. Oh, god damn it. I might have to look into that. That'd be fun to stream actually. I'll have to think about that because I love crane games and like sure, I don't need plushies. I really don't. I have enough plushies, but the novelty of crane games and UFO games are enough to get me kind of hooked in it. So we'll have to see about that. Something to think about in the future. Um See, you watch Kraken drop $300. Jesus fucking Christ on it drunk at like 4 a.m. a few years back. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, I've got most of the plushies I have now, like in my gaming room, are like all Eevees. I love Eevee, so like they're all the Eevee evolutions and Eevee, and then I have like a Ditto Eevee. They have they have Ditto versions of the Eevee evolutions too, and I'm kind of tempted to get those as well. So uh, let's see, what can I show you guys next? So there's a big market that is well known called Pike Place or Pike Marketplace. I think it's been around forever. It's almost like I'm really wondering how people from like New York would think about it because it almost feels like an old-fashioned like East Coast, like Northeast Coast kind of market where you like have people standing out of their stands and stuff and like yelling at like the people like, hey, come into my thing, and like you got different accents and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure we had like one of the first people you see there where you walk in is like I think they're like Italian fish guys or something, so they're like yelling about the fish. They're like fishmonger guys and things like that, and they have like all these stands with different like goods and things like that. It's huge. Let's see. Website has more machines listed than the app does. Recommend doing this subscription. If you lean it alone for like a month or two, you'll have a ton of play tokens saved up. Okay. I'll have to actually look into it. Um let's see, you have Vaporeon, Glaceon, and Umbreon plush. Yeah. They're addicted. Those evolutions are addictive. It's plushies. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I've let's see, game Toriba though. Let's see, you can actually game Toriba because you can have a few tabs open of multiple games and wait for people to quit close to actually grabbing something, and then swoop on and get the thing within like 3 tries. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. Let's see. In actual arcade, you're restricted by the amount of machines present. Yeah, pretty much. Which I don't really, honestly, like. For the amount of crane machines that were in the arcade that I went to, barely anyone touches those. I don't know. Maybe they just don't enjoy playing those that much. I enjoyed the novelty of it though. And that's how you won Luna. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let me get the pictures here of the Pike marketplace. It's like crammed with a bunch of different shops and stands and things like that. I did get one close up, but this is kind of how it looks. You can see there's like a fuck ton of people outside, but it's more crowded when you go in. Like usually on I've been in here during Christmas and it's packed so fucking bad on like the first floor that you can barely move. Like it's crammed like sardines. It is fucking awful with how crowded it gets, but a lot of the shops are really good and that's why people go there. Let's see. Being in an arcade with the machine is so fun though. I like the tactility. Yeah, when you're actually just there being able to control it yourself as well. It's pretty fun. Um so yeah, there's the market and I haven't been here in forever and I wasn't sure if it was actually going to be that crowded or not, but I guess the fucking I guess COVID didn't matter. The funny thing is like outside the market they had signs saying like please keep 6 feet apart. No one fucking did that. Everyone was fucking crammed into each other. They wore masks, thankfully, but they were really crammed together. So let me show. I actually have a video too of I'm not going to show all the video like going through the shops and stuff. I'm just going to show a few things that are in there. There's like this one little thing in there that always cracks me up that's been there forever that I call the Rat Man. So let me show you Rat Man for a moment. Let's see if I can find the video for it. Oh yeah, I think this is it. Ratman. There's a t-shirt shop. For some reason, like it's one of those weird t-shirt shops. And let me play that again. And they've had this statue of the rat person there like forever. And they sell like the weird t-shirts that you would expect in like I don't know fucking Wildwood or something, those usual places where they have like weird like meme t-shirts and everything. So yeah, Ratman has been there for many years and that was like I got to visit Ratman again. Why does the rat have biddies? I don't know. I really don't know. $19 Fortnite card shirt, I would not be surprised. See, love the architecture in these areas of cities. Yeah, they're really I think at least especially for this place it's like really old school. A lot of Seattle buildings have a very like how do I describe it? A lot of it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's just like geometrical. Like they're very clean looking, I guess, with their design. See, basically 1 day a week they'll ship any prices. Okay. Uh Models, figures. Okay. I'll actually I appreciate the information, but yeah, I'll probably if I look into Toriba stuff, I can probably just like, go to the websites and look up the stuff and everything if I get around to it. So, but yeah, it's not something it's something I'll probably have to be really careful getting into because I can get addicted to stuff. I really can, and I have to be careful, especially when it comes to like arcade games. See, Toriba is actually legit. Okay. All right, good. I will keep that in mind. So, you know, when I get to it. And then they had, if you go down to the lower level in, there's like a few weird shops down at Pike Place when you get to down to the lower level, but they had this like nerd shop, called Golden Age Collectibles, and at the time, like when I was there was actually a line, so I had to wait. They had a lot of like, this is more of a comic themed store, so they had like a lot of like movie and comic themed figures and stuff. They had let me see here. They had like right outside the door. They had these like they had standees that you can buy, like cardboard standees of like movie characters and stuff, like from Star Wars. They had like the Office. I don't know why. I mean, just in case you want like one of those. If you look way in the back, let me see if I can expand this one real quick. They're Bob Ross. I mean, if you want a standee of Bob Ross, they're selling that. um, so Star Wars stuff, of course, that's always there. See, Deborah Disappear went down the Toreba hole too. Yeah, I wonder if Neri infected him. Makes you wonder. The mask. Oh yeah. Let me see. Can I? Club Shadow is masked here. I don't know if I could expand that, but yeah. Um, but yeah, they had a little sign at the door. They had like the baby Yoda thing with the mask. Wear your mask properly, kind of thing. So you want Wonder Woman and Bob Ross in those positions, yeah. Emotional support, Bob. Um, so yeah, I was able to. I decided to stop here and like wait in the line, and then Toreba. Okay. I'm gonna. That's good. I'm gonna move on from Toreba if you don't mind. I will look into that stuff when I get to it though. But I thank you for informing me of that stuff. So I appreciate it. Let's see here. What else? Oh yeah, I did take a bunch of pictures. Let me bring those in here because stuff in the shop. They had like movie stuff. Like there's a big alien head here. Um, so they had things like this. They had like a little glass case with these two. Lots of Star Wars and like Marvel stuff that you could buy. Yeah, you can buy the Baby Yoda thing. They actually had funny enough, they actually have Pokemon cards here too, but they did not have shiny fates. But it was actually like amazing to see cards anyways. Because I guess a lot of places, like the usual places, are getting wiped out of like whatever. It doesn't matter if it's like one of the rare kind of sets or not. Like everyone's just fucking wiping out whatever they can find. So this place had a lot of like they didn't have too much Pokemon stuff. I did get I'll show a little photo later, but they had like Vivid Voltage, like theme decks, the battle decks and things like that. Tons of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which I normally would be tempted to buy, but I haven't been. Like I only have been really collecting the older stuff for Yu-Gi-Oh. I haven't really gone into like whatever new stuff that they put out, and I don't really understand. I don't really like the new system that they have for Yu-Gi-Oh. So just I'm just into the old stuff purely. And then like of course you got your Magic cards there, which I don't know if Magic is being scalped or not. Magic's pretty much like compared to a lot of card games, like in terms of rules and stuff. From what I understand, I think Magic has been stayed the same for like forever, so it's probably easy for people to just stick with it. Let me show you the figures. There's like more little stuff I can pull in. Let's see. Played card games a lot in high school, and it was fun, but the singles were pretty. And now it's fucking totally unreasonable. Hope is that cardboard will be cheaper than it was before the bubble. Yeah, I think I don't know. My concern with the buying up the cards is honestly sometimes people are doing it not to even like. It saddens me in a way as somebody who actually plays the games, the card games, and not just collect the cards. Like it saddens me for people to like really buy them all up because I'm pretty sure nothing against the YouTubers who do this, but a lot of it is just the spectacle of opening the cards themselves and nothing else. Like a lot of these people who buy the cards don't even play the games. Like they don't play. They buy Pokemon. They don't play the card game. They don't. They probably don't even care about it. They just want to open the packs on stream for the shinies, and then they just they forget about the cards. They put the cards in sleeves. They don't bother with selling them if they want to. They probably just like, hey, look what I got, and then put them out. So it sucks if a bunch of people are like grabbing those, and then all the people who actually want cards to play the games kind of get like shit out of luck about that. Let's see. They came out with stuff for Yu-Gi-Oh recently that makes old cards and archetypes usable against modern decks. Whole decks are on cards from the OG booster packs like Metal Raiders. Ooh, I'll have to look into that. There's like I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh like kind of last year. if you guys know Corbus, he's into Yu-Gi-Oh, and me and him like we're playing a lot of, like the online. They have like a really cool like online version of it. I forgot what it was, but it was a thing put together by fans, and then he was generous enough to send me. So he was buying the Korean packs of Blue Eyes White Dragon, which are cheaper and easier to find. So if you kind of know what the cards do, you don't have to worry about like the Korean text. But you can find like the rare cards in that as well. So we were kind of like opening the packs and stuff, and it was really fun to also play the game online too as well. Let's see, went to one of my local game shops recently, and they had a total of 3 Sega Saturn games. Holy fuck! And they used to have a huge library. Actually, now that I think about it, last time I went to Super Smash Games, it was like fucking wiped for all the like decent games. Like, of course, all the fucking sports games, like shit that nobody cares about, is still there. Like, what, you have like so many copies of Madden and everything. Like, when at the end, when the apocalypse happens, we're just gonna have mountains of Madden games. That's all that's gonna be there. There's just gonna be a huge mountain of Madden games. Nobody fucking wants them. I remember like fucking certain times in like I think like when right before GameStop stopped selling PS2 games, there was a point when they had like nothing but like FIFA and Madden, just like huge stacks of it. It's just sad. I don't know why they still make those games. People fucking play them. You have people who do play only sports games and nothing else, and they will play next year's game even if it's a cookie cutter version of the previous game, just with like different colors and updates to the players in the team. That's all they fucking care about. There are people like that, so I don't get it. I don't get sports fans. All right, let me show some more pictures here, and then I will move on. Here's so they had a big case of. This is mostly Star Wars, of course. They had tons of Star Wars stuff there. So tons of Star Wars figures. Anyway, and of course, I didn't take pictures of it, but they actually had a fuck ton of comics here, like a bunch of shelves full of comics that you can get as well. What was there anything else here? Oh yeah, I'll just show you the stuff I got. Really wasn't much. They had these cool little. Let me switch this around. Rotate. You can get, so they had Star Wars ships too, and poor fucking Star Trek never gets any attention for merch, except for like, I mean, it depends on where you go, but most often, if you see Star Trek merch anywhere, it's always going to be the original series. Very few will you get to find like TNG stuff, like the ships and stuff from TNG, but they actually did have this little like little metal ship that you can. It's like a I don't, it's like a little model that you pop out pieces for, and it's sort of like aluminum or something, and you can build like a little model out of it. It's pretty neat. So they had like, did they have? I guess they had so my husband actually picked up these because he loves like the model ships. So I think they had, let's see, Enterprise. I guess they had both of the versions. That's pretty neat if they did. I didn't realize that before, that they were both the different classes or the different versions of the Enterprise. So, and then I picked up like I don't know, a vivid the Dreadnought themed vivid voltage that I don't know, just for the hell of it. Let's see. You see those at Hobby Lobby all the time, the metal things. Okay, yeah, they do tend to sell. They sometimes sell Star Trek, but they don't always have the TNG stuff. It tends to be the original series. So he recently saw some Star Trek models at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. Oh, I'll have to actually go there and check that stuff, because I'm always interested in like TNG. Like, because I think the last time I was at a craft store, all I saw was like the original series, which is fine, but I like TNG the most, and a little bit of DS9, and a little bit of Voyager. I actually do. I don't know. I don't care what people feel about Voyager. I kind of like Voyager a little bit too. I like Janeway. They care a lot of TNG stuff. So I think it's probably based on location too, what they actually carry. But oh, more data merch. Yeah, that would be nice. Speaking of data, I don't know if they showed up yet, but I added like two. I forgot to talk about emotes, by the way. Maybe we'll get to that. But I did add 2 data emotes to Better Twitch TV. If you guys can see those, there's Did I put it? Oh yeah, you found it. uh, actually, here I'll just go ahead and talk about that while I'm in this. But this is it for the Golden Age collectibles store. It was just like a cool little like nerd store with a bunch of stuff. There's like a magic shop too. I'll show you a little bit, but that was pretty much it for that. Did I put my emote? Oh, here we go. I'll talk about the primary emote thing too, because of course you'll probably notice it may not be usable yet, and there's a reason for that. So let me get to that. Where is my updated? Oh, here we go. This is what I put on Better Twitch TV at the moment. There's a reason I put the Zeneni one on here. So I took it off and then I put it back on. So with the Zeneni emote, I noticed a lot of people liked the Zeneni emote, and I didn't realize. Maybe I should have done this. Maybe I don't use chat as much as I should, but I realized the sub emotes people can use wherever they want. FFZ, Better Twitch TV, you can only use on the streamer's channel, right? Like as far as I can understand. Um, and I know people like Zedeni. So the Zedeni emote was made by Chocobi. So I talked to Chocobi and got his approval to use his Zedeni emote as my primary. So I submitted that like last night as my primary instead of the what was previously Vine Goku. I figured that Zedeni one would be a good primary. Like people said, like that should be the one. So that will probably go through eventually, like maybe by tomorrow or something. And then like the rest of these, that the Vine Goku one, I might make that a primary one eventually so that people can use it in other chats. That would be nice, but like I have to actually open up the slots, and I'm still learning about the emote stuff. This tiers thing, I don't really know. The bits, and then you have like the points that unlock. It's a lot of layers of stuff. So we'll just do like Better Twitch TV for now. So I added two. There's Data Thonk and Data One More. That one's drunk as well, so I'm sure people will have fun with that one. And then like of course like the emote from Golden Boy. You've seen that anime. I scummed it once. The bootleg Charizard that got disemboweled, and like Vaporizing, which is good for like aesthetic stuff, I guess. And then of course the Denny, which will be my primary emote eventually, and then I'll remove it. Let's see, or I'll keep it on there on BTG. I don't know. The only purpose of putting stuff on sub is that people can actually use it in other chats. So I'll probably keep it in both, maybe. Let's see. Let me. Okay, you guys are actually. Let me read through your messages here. You saw Gundam stuff at Hobby Lobby? Really? I guess they're really expanding what they're carrying here. Data. Oh, if I can get a data figurine with a button that has them read "Ode to Spot," oh, that would be lovely. Or actually even have like the kitty with him, like to have Spot, like actually him holding Spot. That would be really awesome. Someone should make a VR chat. I know they have Data in VR chat, but Data holding Spot would be really great. Um, there's not a TNG stuff in VR chat, honestly. Like there needs to be more. Let's see. You can get like I didn't know they were carrying Gundam stuff though. I mean, around here because we have a bunch of import shops, you can get a lot of Gunpla stuff too. My mom actually, for whatever reason, I'm not that hardcore into Gundam, but she actually, I forgot what Gundam it was, but she bought me one of those like Gunpla building kits too, which I haven't like really got into yet. I'll have to find out which Gundam it was though. Oh yeah, you guys are trying out the fucking bootleg Charizard. Um, let's see. They've had Gunpla at Hobby. Okay. All right, we're good. Just trying to catch up with my messages here. So that's it for that. I'll show the magic shop, and then let's see. Did I have any other videos here? I think that might be it. I have like one that's really wholesome, but I'll show you that in a minute, and then I'll switch over to the eBay stuff, I guess. Oh yeah, I have something really fucked up. I don't know if you guys noticed my my going out message. There's a reason for that. Revenge of the Stunfisk. Uh, you will find out what happened to Stunfisk from if you guys remember me baptizing the Stunfisk card that was already damaged. Like back in one of my other eBay streams, I dunked it in some sanitizer water and kept it in there for like like a couple weeks. So we're gonna check on that thing. um, so let me show you that this was also in Pike Place. They had like a little magic shop. They had like a lot of oddity type stuff down there. There's actually so there's some windows here where you can look out and you can actually see that big Ferris wheel that Seattle's known for. And unfortunately, because I didn't have enough time and I was starting to get tired at this point, right by the Ferris wheel, they have this weird oddity shop that has like mummies and weird shit in it that I've been to like a long time ago. I want to go back to it again. But at least in here, they have like, you know, they had like a weird magic shop in here. Um, they had like really cool illustrations. Here's like the other side of it here. They had this like really huge posters and stuff, old fashioned like magician posters. They had like oh, there was a ton of books and stuff for people who actually want to practice like, you know, magic for entertainment and stuff. They had like Houdini, all like the little like gimmicks and like the books and cards and things like that. This was like a really cool poster that they had for it as well. Just like full of that stuff. All like, you know, magic toys and things like that. They also had like this fucking Elvis fortune teller. I didn't interact with it. It was just there. I should have fucking I didn't have any change anyways, but it would have been nice. They just have it out. That's where he ended up in behind a glass case as a fortune teller. So that reminds me, there's this barbecue place in Seattle I remember going to. That's probably not too far from here. That was also has this like one little spot in it that's like crazy about Elvis and has a bunch of like Elvis decorations and stuff. It was like pretty great. I think that's it for like the Seattle stuff. Did I have any more videos? I Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Let me show you a wholesome one here, and then I'll switch over to eBay stuff. Let's see. You just heard Germa is going to be at the end of the factory in RE8. Gonna need to see his reaction to Junctimus Prime later. Oh yeah, does he have any history with the Resident Evil series at all? I imagine. I don't know. Even if they don't, a lot of people are probably playing like Resident Evil for the first time. I mean, it's usually the case with a lot of like, you know, Resident Evils that come out, especially like, you know, a lot of people start with 4, and then you know there are people who start with 5 and 6, 7, 8. He's played all of them. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, I think he's got. From what I've seen, he's really. Is he was like really into PlayStation games too, isn't he? He's like, isn't he a big collector too? He has quite a history of like retro games. I think he does, from what I've seen. So I guess he has. 8 seems to be pulling in a lot of people. Yeah, I can't imagine like starting at 8 and trying to go backwards because 8 almost feels like, yeah, it's like a little Resident Evil 4 or a little Resident Evil 7, but God, it gets so like it feels like different kinds of horror games stitched together, and so it's almost kind of its own thing. 8 is pulling a lot of people in because of horny. Oh yeah, because of Lady D, of course. Got to get that the vamp booty. All right. Before I switch, let me leap off with something wholesome because my I'm sure you guys maybe have seen my cat, but I did something with the little. Let's see. He was the only person beside me who I've seen who immediately heard Elvis in Heisenberg's voice. What? There's a lot of ads for it too. I keep getting RA ads. Oh yeah, they really. I guess they spent a fuck ton on marketing, and of course, there's so many fucking memes and shit related to Lady D. Like they went all fucking out for this, even compared to Resident Evil 7, I think. So all right, I'm gonna switch over. You know, the little like cat thing that I got from the Crane Machine. Well, I give it to it's Nick Cage doing an Elvis impression. Yeah, I thought he sounded like Nick Cage too, in a way. He's got that like really slow voice, like hey, I don't know, fucking Nick Cage voice or something. Leave you off with this. Here's me cat. can have cat. Have wholesome cat. This is my cat Bonds. We have other cats in the house, but this is my cat. So I gave him I gave him the little kitty that I won from the crane machine. So that is his now, his little friend. He's getting old, by the way. I think he's gonna be 11 this year in August. And he's doing pretty good. I mean, I guess 11 isn't that old for tabbies, but he's kind of getting there. But he's a good boy. All right. Let me close out of stuff. You guys can watch cat. Let's switch over here.